Yo, yo, potato. What is up, my man?
Yo, potato.
How are you
What
doing,
is up,
buddy?
my man?
All right, so we got a side. We're gonna have a side by side tonight because we're gonna be chilling on Zoom. I'm good, man. I'm good. We're gonna be chilling on Zoom. I got my test brought up. I'm currently live on YouTube and Twitch. So for those of you watching on YouTube, please feel free to drop likes over there on the tubes. And I need to send out a new link real quick. What's up, Stanky Poo? How are you, man? How are you? Good to see you. Nice to see you here.
What's up, Gene?
What's up, Anth? What's up, Gene? How are you guys doing?
How's good, you?
Sorry, I'm just talking to my chat right now because I got you guys up on Zoom and I'm live right now on Twitch and YouTube, so I'm on a just let you guys know that I am currently live. So I'm just going to be streaming our test review,
Cool.
but I'm
Sounds good.
trying to send out a new link to my crew so my crew can join in if they want. Not the link to the Zoom, the link to the YouTube so they can watch.
Oh, your on-field crew?
Yeah, the Mia
They want to
crew.
join the Zoom. If they want to join the Zoom, man, knock themselves out.
I wasn't sure how many of them would be able to, so I didn't even.
Okay. Yeah, no worries.
All right, but they have the link to everywhere else, and we're all good now. We're all good. We're all set. We're live everywhere. So let's do this thing.
Cool. All right. Well, I guess we'll do what we always do. Each of us will run through 10 questions. Just
I
give us
figured since there's three of us, we could do like 20 or 25 questions per.
I mean, we could. The part of it is if there's a disagreement, it's easier to catch, remember, or if there's a question.
All right, that's fair enough.
That's
That's fair enough.
yeah.
Can you hear me?
Got you, Gene.
Hey, there he is.
Okay.
What's up, Collapse? I see you, buddy.
So,
Am I gonna? No, no. Nobody else is gonna have to take a test. But if you'd like to, you could read with us, and if you want to submit your answers in the text in the comment section, feel free to submit your answers and have some fun with this. And let's ride. Let's roll. You want me to get started, guys?
so like I say, we'll go through the first 10. But just like in years past, if there's a question or you disagree with an answer, uh, obviously just speak up. Otherwise, we'll move on to the next person. And other than that, questions, guys?
No. So I figure how we could do it is just read the question and then just give our answer. And if there's any differences, then we can go from there.
All right, that works.
Does that work? So that way we don't have to read all the questions. Just read the answer and then or read the question and then give our answer.
Yeah, we can do that too.
All right, cool.
So yeah, I'll start first. I'll do the first 10.
All right.
So 2nd and 10 at the A45, fourth quarter, 7 minutes. Back A21 catches a swing pass at the A42 and runs to the B25 and is tackled. After the ball is spotted, but not yet ready for play, B55 is moving back to the line of scrimmage, looks to the sideline, and then goes down injured at the B30. Both teams have all timeouts remaining. I said D. If a player presents as injured after the ball is spotted, that team will be charged with a timeout and there is no yardage penalty.
Giveaway!
That's what I said.
Everybody good on that one? New rule this year.
Yes. Yeah, new rule added with the timeout taken. And then there's going to be a lot more things that happen inside the 2 minute. So
That's going to get fun this year. All right, number two, 2nd and 10 at the A45, fourth quarter, 7 minutes. Same setup as before.
Collapse,
Back
I got you,
A21
buddy.
Catches a swing pass at the A42 and runs to the B25 and is tackled. After the ball is spotted but not yet ready for play, B55 is moving back toward the line of scrimmage, looks to the sideline, and then goes down injured at the B30. Team B is out of timeouts. I said C, since Team B is out of timeouts, they will be charged with a 5-yard delay of game penalty.
Yes, that's what I said.
Okay. All right. Excuse me. All right, question 3. 2nd and 10, A45, same setup. Back A21 catches a swing pass at the A42, runs to the B25. After the ball is spotted, B55 crosses back to his side of the line of scrimmage, looks to the sideline, and then goes down injured at the B20 after the ball was ready for play. Team B has 1 timeout remaining. I said B. 1st and 10 at the B25. Team B is charged with a timeout, and B55 must leave the game.
Yes, sir. That is what I said.
Cool. Gene, you good over there so far?
So far, so good.
Cool. Just making sure. All right. 2nd and 10 at the A45. Same setup. Back A21 catches a swing pass at the. Excuse me. At the.
So how are you,
A42,
Collapse? You doing good, buddy?
runs to the B25 and is tackled.
Good to see you in
After the
here,
ball
man.
Spotted, B55
Thank you guys for
goes back to
joining.
his side of the line of scrimmage.
I know it's a little
Goes to the
different
sideline,
stream,
goes down injured
but
at the B20.
I'm glad you guys
The
are here.
ball was made ready for play. Team B has no timeouts remaining. And I said D. A's ball 1st and 5 at the B20. Delay of game. B55 must leave.
I concur.
Everybody good? All right. All right. Number 5. Try at the B3 first possession series of the 4th extra period. Team A previously called a timeout during. I got to get past the staple. Previously called a timeout during the 3rd extra period. Team A substitutes late in the play clock, and the team.
Oh, it wouldn't work?
coach
Oh, that
called a
stinks.
timeout just before the play clock expires. And I had a question mark, and I said B. A's try at the B8.
That's what I answered. What was your question mark?
I don't know why I question marked it for something. And you know what it is? It's because of the other answer. Officials time. I was reading it that we actually granted it.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah. But then I saw that answer, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe we didn't.
No, but because A substituted late,
Mm-hmm.
and
I just have that we ignore the request.
yes, because they're out of timeouts. So
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a delay of game.
yeah, so if they substituted late, they can't call timeout, so it's going to be a delayed game because you just ignore their request and the game clock runs out.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, I question marked it. Like I said, I question marked it because I guess I didn't understand the answers. But after a while,
Yeah, they didn't really explain the answer as far as like, oh, why is it try at the B8? It doesn't say, oh, try at the B8 because you ignored the request, or because ignoring the request is not in one of the answers. So it kind of makes it weird.
Yeah, that's kind of what threw me off. But anyway, anyone else have any questions on that one?
No, sir.
Before we move on, okay. Free kick at the A35. While the kick is in the air, B21 gives a T signal, thinking he will not return the kick. The ball is caught by B21 at the B5, and the officials blow the play dead. And I said C. B's ball 1st and 10 at the B25.
Yes.
Because we still give them, even though they gave an invalid signal, we still let them take it to the 25.
As long as he is the one who catches it, which we'll read further.
Yeah. Yes, we will. Okay, free kick at the A35, A98 kicks the ball high, and when the ball is in the air, B21 gives the T signal while standing 1 yard in the end zone. B21 muffs the kick from the end zone, and the ball bounces forward, and then he recovers the ball at the B5. He then runs to the B20 where he is down. We're bringing it back to the B5, B's ball 1st and 10.
Si, senor.
Okay. Question 8, 4th and 10 at the A45. Team A sends in their punt team.
Good,
and
Collapse.
no
I'm glad you
players
fixed
numbered
it, my man.
50 to 79. They initially line up in a scrimmage kick formation.
Everybody, thank you so much for joining the stream tonight. It's a little bit of a different stream. We're going over the college football officials test.
In the clear path
So me and a couple guys from Zoom, from my college football officials meetings, are going over the test. We're just basically reading through the answers and then giving our reading through the questions and going over our answers.
So B, 4th and 15 at the A40.
Yes, that's what I have.
Everybody good? All right, cool. All right, 1st and 10 at the B25, 4th quarter, 12 seconds. Team A is down by 4 points. QB A12 can find no receiver open, scrambles outside the tackle box, and throws the ball away beyond the neutral zone. 6 seconds.
What's up, Zozo? How are you doing, Footprints? How is everybody doing
I
tonight?
said B, A's ball 1st and 5 at the 20, snap, put the clock back to 12 seconds.
Yep.
Okay. All right, number 10. 1st and 10 at the B25, 4th quarter, 12 seconds. Team A is down by 4 points. QB A12 can find no receiver open, scrambles outside the tackle box, and throws the ball away beyond the neutral zone. 6 seconds. The defense had 12 players on the field, but B21 was hustling to get off the field, and the ball was snapped just before B21 exited the field. I said B, 1st and 5 at the B20, no clock adjustments.
Yep.
Same here.
Cool. All right, who wants to take 11 to 20?
I'll take 11 to 20.
Go for it.
All right. 2nd and 10 at the A45, 4th quarter. Team A leads by 2 points. After the 2-minute timeout, back A21 catches a swing pass at the A42 and runs down to the B47 and is tackled. After the ball is spotted but not yet ready for play, B55 is moving back to the line of scrimmage, looks to the sideline, and then goes down injured at the B30 with 1:10 on the clock. Neither team has a timeout remaining. My answer is B. A, 1st and 10 at the B42. 10-second runoff. We're going to go 40-second play clock.
That's what I came up with.
Yep.
Question number 12. 1st and 10 at the A40. A12 drops deep in the pocket, and A77 legally blocks edge rusher B79. At the A35, A77 stands over B79 and brandishes a weapon. A12 throws a pass that is complete to A88 at midfield, and he runs to the B40 where he is pushed out of bounds. I answered C. A, 1st and 25 at the A25.
Yep,
Agreed.
that's what I came up with.
For those of you that don't know that are watching the stream right now, brandishing a weapon is a 15-yard penalty in college football. Brandishing a weapon is like basically raising your shirt to like show off that you have a gun in your belt. So that's what we consider brandishing a weapon. So if you guys are watching football this coming season and you see a player do something like that where he lifts his shirt to show off his belt, that's considered brandishing a weapon, and that's an automatic 15-yard penalty. Just want to explain that to the people that might not understand that ruling.
Well, then I think I have the. Did you guys get a chance to look at the videos?
I did
No.
not.
I did
Okay.
not either.
I have a link to them. We can give me a second here. I can find them and we can pull them up.
So there's a couple questions on our test here that I'm gonna mute myself real quick for you guys. So there's a couple questions on our test here that actually have, what's up, Tokyo King? How are you? What is up? So on our test here, there's a couple questions, as you see right there. Question number 13 on the screen right there. It says targeting video. So the test that we take online, when we actually take the test, there is actually video links that are linked to the question. So if you click on the video, or if you click on the link while you're taking the test, it opens up the video, and then you have to answer that.
Oh, I haven't
So-
started sharing anything yet.
Oh, okay, all right.
So, and there's a handful. There's about
Clear out my screen.
9 or 10 video questions. So it's actually pretty cool. The test is really well done. It's 100 questions, and it's actually a really well done.
Do you see
Type.
anything now, Gene?
I see it.
Let me see here. Yeah, it's coming through.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, cool. All right, so we'll.
Unfortunately, you guys at home are not going to be able to see this. I could.
All right, so here's question 13. Let's play.
All right, question 13. Is this a targeting? Utah versus UCF. Evaluate the contact by defender numbers 15 against the receiver number 5 at the boundary. Oh, boy. Yeah, I'm just going to say A, targeting right now. Yeah, I'm going to go with targeting on that one. So, obviously, I did not answer the video question, so you guys are actually getting to see me answer these video questions live. So,
Oh, right there, yeah.
yeah, I'm going to say targeting on that one.
Mm-hmm. I said targeting as well.
Yeah, I think I definitely agree. He has
Yeah.
both a defenseless receiver and crown of the helmet
Yeah.
targeting.
I agree.
He got both of them on that one.
Yeah.
All right, next one. Question number 14. I'm sorry, 14. Targeting video. Nebraska versus Ohio State. Evaluate the contact by number 20 on the defense against number 4. Targeting or not targeting? I'm going to say no targeting initially. Seeing it for the first time, I'm going to say no targeting initially.
I think his shoulder's lower than the
Let me
head.
see. Yeah, I'm going to say shoulder. I'm going to say no targeting.
That's what I said.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. No
Mhm.
targeting call right there. All right, on to 15.
What wasn't high enough?
Everything.
He's defenseless, but it doesn't look high enough.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Number 15. Evaluate the contact 26 to 13. Is this targeting?
I'm saying yes.
Initially, I would say yes, but let's see where that we have a launch, we have a crouch, we have everything. Oh yeah, that's right into the helmet. Yeah, that's right into the face.
Yep.
Yep. I'm so targeting on number 15
That's what I said.
and number 14. I'm sorry, I'm going backwards. Number 16 because I looked at the wrong number. Evaluate contact by number 44 on the defense against ball carrier number 0. Do you have to wait for the whole video to go, or can you go through? I didn't know if you were able to.
Kind of like skip ahead a little bit.
Oh, okay. All right. No foul, targeting, roughing the passer with targeting, or roughing the passer only. I'm sorry. No foul, targeting the defenseless player, dead ball, personal foul. I looked at the wrong question. Wrong answers.
Let's back it up here. We'll just.
All right, he is in the grasp. His forward progress is stopped, and that is going to be a targeting, gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Targeting with the crown.
That's what I came up with.
I don't know that he's still a runner though.
No, if he's in the grasp, he is no longer a runner. He is now a defenseless player.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, yes, he is a defenseless player, so you could have 2 correct answers with this. But the fact, here's the thing, whether or not
Okay, it's definitely crown. So
yeah, so whether
clearly targeting, but I just disagree that he's in the grasp and being held up. You know.
well, he's got a player down around his legs and he's got a player up high around his shoulders.
Yeah.
If you call targeting for this and you say targeting a defenseless player, you would have a hard. Your replay would have a hard time not confirming that. Because he's going down to the ground. It's not like he's fighting through a tackle. You know what I mean? He's going down to the ground. So it's not like he's not a runner at this point. I would not consider him a runner. But to take all error off of the table, rule this as a targeting with the crown of the helmet, because then, you know, that can be probably more confirmed than a defenseless player. If that makes sense.
Mhm.
Sure.
I think he kind of gets another, almost like you almost a pick either one, but yeah, with replay it gets a little hairy.
All right, number 17, contact of number 21 against QB number 15. All right, we got a runner, sliding quarterback. That does not look like targeting.
No, it's not. It's not a legit slide.
I said no targeting.
No, even if that was a legit slide, that's not targeting. You
Right.
could potentially have like UNR, but I don't think there's targeting here. So I'm gonna go with no targeting on this one.
Yeah, I
don't even
agree.
think there's enough for a UNR.
I'm just saying if it you couldn't say late hit UNR with targeting. You couldn't say that because the targeting would probably be overturned. But if you were to do anything like that, the UNR would stay and the targeting would come off.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right, number 18.
Yep.
Contact by defender number 7 against quarterback number 3. Oh goodness. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and say this is going to be roughing the passer with targeting.
That's what I
Yeah.
came up with.
Yeah, he's in a passing posture.
Yeah, even though he doesn't actually throw the ball, he's still a passer because he's in a passing posture.
Mm-hmm.
So roughing the passer with targeting on this one. Oof,
Yep, that's what I came up with.
that was an ugly one.
That's the clincher.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that was what, number 18?
Yep.
All right, so we're on 19.
Yep. Here we are.
Against the QB. Here we go. Number 4 against number.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely crown.
Wow. Yeah. He doesn't even try to get his head to the side.
No.
Targeting with the crown.
He made this one easy.
Yeah, he doesn't even try. He lowers his head and puts the top of his head right into the chest plate of the quarterback. So yeah, B, targeting with the crown. Question 20. Defender 34 against QB number 8.
Boise State.
Against the new Browns quarterback. All right, slide is started. I'm gonna go no foul on this. I mean, possibly late hit UNR, but I'm not thinking targeting on this. Even though he does kind of get the arm up around the helmet, it's not forcible.
Yeah, it's just kind of a glancing.
Yeah, it's not a forcible blow to the head or neck area. So I'm gonna say no targeting on this. I'm gonna say no foul.
I said no targeting, but I hemmed and hawed because he's technically defenseless.
Yes.
Yeah,
Technically,
but-
he is defenseless, but I don't think this is a forcible contact. I don't think this is forcible enough.
Yeah, this is a legit slide.
Mm-hmm.
He's defenseless at that point. But yeah, the forcible, I agree, it's not forcible.
All right, G, number 21 to 30.
Okay. Here we go. 21. B55 commits a taunting foul in the third quarter. This is B55 second unsportsmanlike.
Yes, Siren, there
conduct
will be a
foul of the
giveaway
game.
on the through Twitch.
I selected D, all of the above.
What I came up with.
Should I read all of them or no?
Let's see. Why did I just say A? Ejected from the game.
It's a second, so it's definitely A. B55 must C is B55 must remain out of view of the field of play during the first half of the next game.
See, because it's an unsportsmanlike conduct. It's not a targeting foul. I think targeting they have to sit out. I don't think if you get a second unsportsmanlike, I don't think they have to. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
So, let's see.
We're on question number 21, guys, at the bottom of the page there.
I've got the I got the PDF of the rule book up. I'll share my screen. So we've got.
Can you blow it up a little bit for me, please?
Here's the UNS fouls.
Does it say anything about follow-ups?
I think it said it in one of these.
Because I thought there's a difference between somebody being ejected from the game and someone being disqualified from the game. And I wonder if that's where the difference is. But I could be mistaken.
Yeah, so under this one, but I think that's just I think that just applies to cleats. Ejection for remainder of the game and the team's next game. Ministers dead ball foul, 15 yards, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, that's just for the cleats section.
Ejection occurs. Okay, so that's the cleats. I thought I saw it in here. Maybe I didn't.
No, I also saw it, but I don't.
That's game administration.
My computer is
it was under ejected players and coaches, I think.
All right. Where does that read now?
That's going to be FR 107. Identified squad member who is 2 unsportsmanlike conduct fouls in the game shall be ejected. Player ejected from the game must leave the playing enclosure under team supervision with a reasonable amount of time. Must remain out of view of the field of play under team supervision. Players serving a first half suspension due to their ejection in the team's previous game may participate in pregame warmups. During the first half, that player must remain out of view.
All right, we're going with D, all the above. Good call, guys. Good call. All right, we're moving on to 22. All right, go ahead, Gene.
22. 4th and 10 at the B30. A2's field goal attempt is wide left. During the kick, B75 twists and turns A68's face mask at the B28. I have A, 1st and 10 at the B15. So that's letter A.
That's what I came up with.
I have C.
Okay. All right. So field goal attempt is wide left.
Because it is a field goal attempt, but now since it is a unsuccessful field goal attempt, it is now considered a scrimmage kick, and is ruled as such. And with a scrimmage kick, you have PSK enforcement.
I thought PSK was it had to be a successful field goal.
Not field goals.
During an unsuccessful field goal, though.
The PSK applies to a kick.
Any scrimmage kick.
During a try, successful field goal, or in extra periods.
Correct. So it does apply to an unsuccessful field goal.
Okay.
That's because that in turn turns it into a scrimmage kick. That's the difference. So it's treated as PSK. So I have B 1st and 10 at the B14 because the foul occurred at the 28, and we're going to go half the distance from the 28.
Okay. I stand corrected. misread. Yeah, I misread that.
No. That's a very common mistake. And since this kick happened outside of the 20-yard line, the end of the kick would be the 30-yard line. So
Yeah.
since this foul happened behind the end of the kick, you enforce from the spot of the foul.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
No, glad I made that mistake here.
No, that's why this is exactly why we do these reviews. This is exactly why we do this test. This is exactly why we do this, so we can get these. And that's why I like having you guys here and doing the test with you guys, because it just makes a lot of sense. And and I think you guys are rules gurus like myself. And I think the three of us combined will come up with a very solid test score.
Me too.
All right, go ahead, Gene. Number 23.
Okay, 2nd and 12 at the A35. At the snap, right guard A66 fires out and contacts B98 just above his waist at the line of scrimmage. He maintains contact as he slides down to A66's thigh area. At this point, right tackle A77 blocks B98 also in the thigh area. This effectively neutralizes B98 as back A33 runs past him to the A45 where he is tackled. So I went with A again at A 2nd and 27 at the A20.
I went with D.
I went with D as well.
I just didn't know if this was a foul. It didn't sound like one the way they were describing it.
Yeah, these are tricky because they're trying to be so descriptive in what you're seeing, and it's very hard. It's it's so much easier to see it when it happens versus trying to read it and implement it into your brain.
Yeah.
So this is not a chop block?
Correct. I ruled this as not a chop block.
Yeah, because chop block would have to be high-low.
But he starts high and there's no timing involved. Like, there, even if there's a delay, I should say, isn't it written as if there's a delay?
Yeah, there's really.
Well, they're basically saying that the initial contact is almost ignored. They're saying where was blocker A contacting the defender when blocker B made contact? So that's basically what they're saying. They're not saying that when both blockers are engaged, where is the contact when both blockers engage? If the contact is low, then if both contact is low, regardless of where the first blocker started, you're not going to have a foul. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, if the first blocker is high and the second blocker comes low, then the contact is high and low.
So it's kind of like the snapshot. You take a snapshot at the point.
Exactly, at the point of both at the point of the second blocker.
Yeah. I guess I always read that differently, that irrespective of any delay in the timing, that, okay.
They're almost saying that it's not, that there's not a lot of timing. They're just trying to, that's so screwy. That's a tough one because that you're trying to visualize something that's written down on paper.
Okay, we'll go with that. 24, 3rd and 14 at the A26. A12 receives the snap and rolls out to his right. A32 runs into the side zone and turns towards A12 while standing still at the A30. B52, sensing A12 wants to throw to A32, puts both hands into A32's back and pushes him face first into the ground. A12 keeps the ball and scrambles to the A29. I put B, illegal block in the back, A 3rd and 4 at the A36.
I said E. And
I did as well. I said E as well.
'cause I don't think that, and I think it's like like a semantics question.
Yeah.
I don't think it's really a block in the back because it's B that does it.
Yeah, and that's why that's because he's not blocking.
Mhm.
He's illegally going through a player.
Gotcha.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
He's using his hand illegally.
Gotcha.
And then from there, it just becomes a tack-on foul.
Yeah, that's A39.
Well, I'm batting over.
No, you're
three
no,
here
you're not.
twice
No,
here.
you're not. You're fine. No, you're good. But this is why we do these reviews. This is exactly why we do this. And
Yeah.
but you know what though? That is like the ones that you're missing are easily mistaked. Like easy mistakes to make.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
It's a
this
foul, it's
like
just the
this one
wrong
it's a foul. It's like you're just using the wrong verbiage.
Yeah.
You're so kind.
right.
We'll go to 25. 3rd and 4 at the B24. B30 makes an acrobatic interception. B30 is airborne when he establishes firm control of the ball at the B3. First touches the ground with his foot when the ball is at the B1 and then falls to the ground with sustained firm control when the ball is fully in the end zone. I put A, B, 1st and 10 at the B1. Oh, man. I don't like it to hear that delay.
Um,
I said C, and I'm rereading it in my mind again.
I said C, and the reason being is because he gains possession in the end zone. His foot touches down, and he goes directly to the ground. Therefore, he is given the end zone. Same thing on the reverse. If this is an offensive player and he makes the catch 1 yard in the end zone and comes out and touches down and goes straight to the ground, he's given the end zone. If for any reason the player who gains possession of this ball regains their footing in the field of play, they are no longer given the end zone.
Then it's the momentum rule.
Not on this one. Because he's in the end zone when he gains possession.
I think he meant in your other scenario.
In your hypothetical
Oh,
scenario.
Oh yeah, yes,
he
yeah,
gains
yes,
his
yes,
footing,
yes. You're right. Yes. Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
This one, since he's airborne,
He hasn't completed the catch. Until
he has not completed the catch until he touches down in bounds.
Okay.
Yeah, momentum. They have to be like that to gain possession, but and it has to be like touch. Yeah, well, they have to complete the catch first, and this one he hasn't completed the catch yet.
Okay. I'm batting like 110 here. All right.
All right, you got a couple more to go. Let's go, Gene.
3rd and 10 at the B45. A10's pass is complete to A86 at the B38, where he is tackled. Prior to the pass, B27 held intended receiver A18 at the B32. Delta A 1st and 10 at the B35.
Yes.
Hey. It's over now.
The drought
downhill.
is over.
It's all downhill. Okay, 27, 2nd and goal at the B10. Ball on the far hash. A7's pass falls incomplete off A43's fingertips. While the pass was in flight, B18 held A43 along the near sideline in B's end zone. So I have A 1st and goal at the B5 at the far hash.
I had C with the B2 far hash.
I have C as well.
Yeah, and this is
Let's see, ball. Go ahead.
that's because the foul occurred in the end zone.
Oh yeah.
And you go previous spot.
Yeah.
Yep.
You had the far hash correct.
Yeah, I neglected the end zone rule, 2 yards. Okay. 28, 1st and 10 at the A25. A4 muffs the snap, and A31 picks up the loose ball. He runs outside the tackle box and under duress at the A20 throws a pass that lands at the numbers beyond the neutral zone in an area where there are no eligible receivers. Okay, so let's see. A 2nd and 10 at the A25.
That's what I got.
That's what I got.
No way. Okay, 29. 2nd and 5 at the A40. A8 carries to the A42, then retreats behind the neutral zone. From the A38, he completes a pass to A29 at the 50, where he runs out of bounds. D, A, 3rd and 12 at the A33.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All righty, 2 in a row.
Let's go. Finish strong. Finish strong. Let's go.
30, 3rd and 10 at the B25. A6's pass is complete to A84 at the B15, where he is tackled. The line judge has a flag for A57 being at the B20.
Hey guys, not gonna lie, these are
Pass was
all
thrown.
great discussion
Side
questions,
judge
and if
has
you
a
guys
flag
have any
for
questions at all,
A84,
please
first
reach
and
out
off
to me on my
created
Discord.
separation just before the pass arrived. As the fouls are being
I
recorded,
love
the
answering
umpire
questions, so
informs the
please
referee
feel
that
free
B91
to
tipped the
shoot
pass
any
to
questions to me.
B23. I have B, A, 3rd and 15 at the B30.
Yes.
Yep, that's what I came up with.
All right.
Good job.
There you go. Way to finish strong, Gene. Let's go.
That's one way to put it. Good job. Might be. Okay.
All right. All right. Looks like I'm up again.
Yes, 31 to 40.
2nd and 5 at the B40. A9's pass is complete to A31 at the B42. He runs to the B36, where he fumbles with A87, recovering while grounded at the B38. Prior to the pass, B59 was flagged for hands to the face at the line of scrimmage. I said B.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, 32. 1st and 10 at the A35. A12's pass is complete to A24 at the A45. He carries to the B6 where he fumbles, and the loose ball strikes the goal line pylon. After the pass was thrown, B98 roughed A12. And I said D. 1st and goal at the B3. Snap.
Yes, sir.
Hey. Woo!
I'm already doing better on this test than I have on all of my weekly exams with the MEAC. So I'm just letting you know that.
I think I'm doing the same on the COC ones. Although I did get 100 last week, so I was excited.
There you go.
Whenever I get 100 on their tests, I get excited.
It must have been an easy one because I got 100 too.
3rd and 5 at the A40. A43 is on the end of the line of scrimmage, covering up slot receiver A21. At the snap, both A43 and A21 drop back to potentially receive A1's pass. The ball leaves A1's hand at the A37 and first touches A21's hand at the A38. After the catch, A21 rushes to the 50 where he is tackled. I said D is in Delta, 4th and 10 at the A35, basically illegal touching.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, 4th and 5 at the A30. A11's punt is muffed by B22 at the B25. He recovers the loose ball at the B30 and rushes to the B35 where he is tackled. During the kick, B44 blocked A88 in the back at the B40. And I said C is in Charlie. 1st and 10 at the 20.
Yep.
All right. 4th and 10 at the B45. A3's punt bounces at the B2 and is above B's end zone when A81 bats it back into the field of play. A35 then downs the ball at the B4. During the kick, B97 blocked A68 below the waist at the B12. And I said A, B's ball 1st and 10 at the B10.
I went with B.
I went with B as well.
All right.
The end of the kick is in the end zone, which makes it a touchback, and the foul occurred behind the end of the kick.
Okay, I'm trying to think why I came up with that.
Because you were probably thinking that. I don't know. I can't answer that.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm sitting
I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, Anthony. I can't even
Yeah.
do that.
A3's
I don't know why.
bounces at the B2.
I don't know
So
why.
it's yeah, it's you got the illegal touching in the end zone. Or yeah, illegal touching in the end zone.
I don't know why. I mean, even as I'm reading it, I don't know why that I came up. I don't know what I was thinking.
A35.
I'll be
They
totally
look at
honest.
The ball at the 4. So yeah, it's an awarded touchback.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it should be B.
Yeah.
I don't know why I
Okay.
put A.
Okay.
The only thing I could
Well, on my
possibly think
part-
is because with the accepted penalty, the
Probably,
potentially like the illegal touching is ignored.
that had to be what I thought originally.
But that doesn't change. It doesn't change the result of the play.
Yeah,
If that makes sense.
correct.
Because the result of the play is still a touchback, so the end of the kick is still a touchback.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you what I
I'm thinking it's the illegal touching with the accepted penalty.
Yeah, I got turned around somewhere, but
Guys, let me tell you.
better here than-
Let
better
me
here
tell
than
you.
Saturday.
Kick plays are the absolute
All right,
worst.
so
Kick
we're
plays
all
are
agreed
the
to B?
absolute
Yeah.
worst
Okay.
when it comes to football
Excellent.
games and officiating
All right,
football games.
4th and 15 at the B40. A2's punt bounces at the B3 and is above B's end zone when A46 bats it back into the field of play. A89 then downs the ball at the B6. During the kick, A76 blocked B98 below the waist at the B21. If Team B does not desire a re-kick, which of the following is the best option? And I said I started with C and then I went to B.
I chose B.
Okay, so I don't know why I started with C.
Well, I started with C and I ended with C.
Okay.
So during the kick, A77 blocked B98 below the waist at the B21. So it's during the kick, but it's an A foul. So it's not a PSK. If Team B does not desire a re-kick,
Because if they do, because it's a foul during the kick.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
the only enforcement spot is the previous spot.
right?
So if they
So-
if they don't want to re-kick, then they have to take it's basically declining the penalty, which is taking the result of the play. But wait,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, exactly.
During
That's right.
wait, 4th and 15 at the 40. A2's pump bounces at the 3 and is above the end zone when it's batted back in the field of play. During the kick, A76 blocked below the waist at the B21. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense because
Yeah, that's fine.
none of these really make sense.
Yeah.
During the kick, A76 blocks B98 below the waist. So you have a scrimmage kick followed by A during the kick. So wait, wouldn't you have a tack on? Because it's a foul by A. So wouldn't you have either?
Said it's because it was during the kick. If it was prior to the kick, we could tack on.
No, I thought if it was prior to the kick, you can't tack on. I thought if it was during the kick, you could tack on, because it would be either 5 yards or whatever the penalty might be from added to the end of the kick, which is the 6-yard line. The ball is down at the 6-yard line, so 15 yards is the 21.
Mm-hmm.
So there's your tack on.
Yeah.
I was like, how did I get 21? Because the foul was, the reason why it looks weird is because the foul was at the 21-yard line. but the end of the kick is the 6-yard line. And if you tack on those 15 yards, it puts you at the 21-yard line.
I think that's why I started with C.
Does that make sense? Now does that make sense, guys?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's just funky because the block is at the 21 and the end of the kick is the 6, so the 15-yard penalty gets you to the 21.
Yeah. We keep landing at the same spot.
Yes, exactly.
All right, so everybody's good with 36 being B?
Yes.
All right.
Unless Gene has any issues with that.
No, I got it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cause,
yeah.
Love punts.
yeah, 'cause it's either previous spot or added to the subsequent dead ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they have to decline the penalty, or
Well, they don't want to they don't want to re-kick, so they're going to tack it on from the end of the kick. That's why.
Mm-hmm. Everyone good?
yeah.
And that's why you don't give coaches choices.
Yeah, I know. 4th and 5 at the A20. A5's punt is first touched by A82 at the B40. B31 fields the kick at the B30 and carries to the B40 where he fumbles. A41 recovers the loose ball while grounded at the B45. During the kick, B16 held A32 at the B35. And I said A's ball 1st and 10 at the A30. And yeah, because if A wants to keep the ball, they would have to decline B's foul.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, 38.
All right. 4th and 10 at the A25. A13's punt is first touched by A26 at the B35. B19 fields the kick at the B25 and carries it to the B35 where he fumbles. A87 recovers the loose ball while grounded at the B40. During the return, B36 held A21 at the B40. And I said D as in Delta, 1st and 10 at the B25.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, everybody's still good there. All right. 4th and 15 at the B30. A14's field goal attempt is short and lands in B's end zone. Team A was in an illegal formation at the snap. And I said C, B's ball 1st and 10 at the B30.
Yes.
Yes.
Basically, they're just declining it. Let's see. 4th and 10 at the B25, A16's field goal attempt is blocked and does not cross the neutral zone. After the block, the loose ball touches B98 at the B26. A56 then muffs the ball at the B30 before recovering it while grounded at the B28. I said B's ball 1st and 10 at the B28.
C.
C. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. What did I say?
You didn't give a letter.
No, I'm sorry. My bad.
It's okay. It's all good. It's all good.
All right, so we're good with C then.
Yes.
All right.
All right, number 41. 41. 3rd and 10 at the B20. A15's field goal attempt is partially blocked, striking the ground at the B18 and rebounding behind the neutral zone. The loose ball touches B74 at the B22 and was recovered by A63 while grounded at the B24. I have A 1st and 10 at the B24.
Yep.
Number 42. 2nd and 5 at the A45. A31 carries to the A47 where he fumbles. A85 bats the loose ball at the A49 and it goes out of bounds at the 50. I have A 3rd and 13 at the A37.
I came up with echo and
E. I'm sorry, E. A 3rd and 13 at the 37.
Okay.
Gene, do you have any issue with that?
No.
Okay, you're good? Okay.
Yep.
Sorry, I didn't say the letter either. That's my bad.
No worries.
All right, question number 43. 3rd and 15 at the A15. From the A13, A19 pitches back to the A24. At the A11, A31 muffs the ball, and it strikes the ground. B26 bats the loose ball at the A12, and it goes out of bounds at the A10. C, A, 3rd and 5 at the A25.
That's what I came up with.
Question number 44. 4th and 10 at the A45. A17's high short punt is almost at rest at the B35 when A84 kicks the loose ball and it goes out of bounds at the B20. If Team B does not desire a re-kick, which of the following is the best option? I answered C, B, 1st and 10 at the B35.
Yep. That's what I came up with.
All right, number 45. 3rd and goal at the B5. A24 goes airborne near the goal line pylon, and the headline judge rules touchdown. Video shows that A24 lost control of the ball at the B1, but is inconclusive as to whether the loose ball in flight went inside, outside, or over the pylon. I answered A. 4th and goal at the B1. Ready.
That's what I came up with.
All right, 46. My numbers are all screwy on my printout, on my download for some reason, on my Word. They're coming back now. Like, for some reason, I missed like 30 through 45 or something like that. It's weird.
Oh,
Number 46, 2nd and 10 at the B35. A4's pass is complete to A17 at the B20, where the field judge has a flag for defensive pass interference. Video shows that A17 stepped out of bounds early in his route with no contact from Team B, but immediately reestablished in bounds. I have C, A, 3rd and 10 at the B35, ready.
yep.
Yep.
Number 47, 3rd and 5 at the B30, 4th quarter. Score A27, B28. Neither team has timeouts remaining. A31 carries near the line to gain where he is ruled to have fumbled. The loose ball is recovered by B17 at the B24 with 56 seconds remaining. Video shows that A31 was down at the B26 with 58 seconds prior to the ball coming loose. So we're going to reset the clock to 58 seconds, but we are going to have a 10-second runoff. So I answered B. A, 4th and 1 at the B26, ready with 48 seconds.
That's what I came up with.
Number 48, 2nd and 15 at the A20. 2nd quarter, score A14, B10. A6 carries to the A25 where he is hit by B98 with 126 and fumbles. A87 recovers the loose ball while grounded at the A30 with 123. And the clock continues to run. Just prior to the next snap, replay stops the game to review the previous play for potential targeting. Video shows that B98 lowered his head and attacked A6 with forcible contact using the crown of the helmet. I answered D, as in Delta. A, 1st and 10 at the A40, ready, 123 on the clock.
That's what I came up with.
Well, I have B as in Bravo. Let's see. Okay, so carries to the A25 where he is hit by B98 and fumbles. A87 recovers a loose ball while grounded at the A30. And the clock continues to run. Just prior to the next snap, replay stops the game to review. Targeting shows B98 lowers set and attacked A6. So we have targeting on A6. I must have went.
Where did you enforce the foul from?
Yeah, it looks like I went back to the fumble where he's hit by B98 and fumbles. So 25.
No, it looks like you went from where
30,
they recovered it.
Yeah.
40, 45. Looks loose ball with grounded. 30 and fumbles. 87 recovers the. Okay, so yeah, I didn't go back to the spot of the fumble.
Yeah, because the subsequent run
Yeah.
is the fumbling spot. So that's the end of that run.
Yeah. All right.
So it's the
Yep.
25. So you go from the 25 and go to the 40.
Yeah. All righty.
All right, question number 49. 3rd and 20 at the A35, second quarter. Score A17, B21. Neither team has a timeout remaining. A10's pass is complete to A37 at the A40, and he runs to the 50 where he is hit hard by B19, bringing him to the ground. 34 seconds. The back judge has a flag for targeting on B19. Video shows that B19 launched and leading with his shoulder made forcible contact to A37's head and neck area. I don't know why I answered D.
That's what I came up with.
A,
Yeah,
4th and 5 at the 50.
That's what I have.
Video shows that B19 launched and leading with his shoulder made forcible contact to the head or neck area. But now that I'm thinking about it, why is it not an automatic first down?
I'm kind of wondering.
A10's pass is complete.
I went down the path that they were saying that he wasn't defenseless. He was still a runner.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. That's okay. That's why all right.
I like hand scratched a note.
They never confirmed the targeting. They never confirmed the targeting, so therefore there is no targeting. So it's just a tackle. Okay. That's why. All right. I was like, what? Reading it out loud again, it just didn't make sense.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 50. 4th and 5 at the B20. 4th quarter. Score A31, B35. Neither team has a timeout remaining. B97 is flagged for being offside at the snap. A8's pass is complete to A21, and he is down just short of the goal line with no time remaining. Video shows that A21 was down at the B1 with 1 second remaining. What is the best option available to Team A? I answered B. A, 1st and goal at the B1. We're going to be on the snap with 1 second remaining.
That's what I came up with.
They get all of the benefits. So, because there's a foul on B, the offside, and A is behind in score, A is already going to have choice of whether to go on the snap or ready.
Right. Yep.
And because replay came back and said, no, he's at the B1.
Yeah, with 1 second.
With 1 second remaining, we're going to put 1 second on the clock.
Right.
And they still have the choice to go on the snap or ready.
Yep. Very well.
And because of that choice, that overrides the runoff.
Even more fun.
All right. Back to me.
51.
51. Free kick at the A35. While A5's kick is in flight. B88.
Renith, what are you doing, my man?
The ball goes over his head. And
how are you?
B22 at the B20.
Why do you say it's a Wednesday, not a Monday? Why do you say that?
At the B14.
It is so good to see you, Renith.
Recovery. B40. Block.
I'm so glad you're here, man.
At the B35. And I have B 1st and 10 at the B14.
As do I.
As do I.
Oh, starting off.
Let's
right.
go. Let's go.
52. 52, try at the B3. A17's pass is intercepted in the end zone by B22. During the interception return, A34 tackles B22 by the face mask at the A45. At the snap, B92 was lined up in the neutral zone. I have B, A try at the B3.
Yes.
As do I.
Alrighty. 53, 3rd and 7 at the B17. A12's pass is intercepted by B22 at the B3, and his momentum carries him into the end zone. While attempting to advance the ball out of the end zone, he is hit by an opponent and fumbles. The ball rolls into the field of play where A33 attempts to recover it, but muffs it across the goal line and across the end line. I have B, safety, 2 points for Team A, etc.
Yes.
All right. 54. 2nd and 10 at the B40. A34 carries to the B35 where he is tackled. After the snap, B17, his team's 11th player, entered the field. I have B, foul, A, 2nd and 5 at the B35 on the ready.
Yep.
Yes.
Rocking and rolling. Okay, 55. Free kick at the A35 while A7's kick is in the air.
Thank you,
B74
Reneth.
And B70.
Thank you. I had to change that. Thank you very much.
B19 fields the kick at the B12 and returns it to the B28 where he is tackled. I have Charlie, B 1st and 10 at the B10.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, illegal wedge. All right, 56. First extra period, first possession series, 4th and 5 at the B20. A5's field goal attempt is blocked behind the neutral zone where it is muffed by both teams. It then travels beyond the neutral zone where it is recovered by A44 at the B10. So I have A 1st and goal at the B10.
I had Charlie. Let me.
I had C as well.
Okay.
Oh boy. All right. First position, 4th and 5 at the B20. A5's field
I
goal
appreciate you, Renna.
attempt
Thank you
is
very much for
blocked
letting me know. I
behind
didn't
the
even
neutral
notice that my
zone
YouTube
where it is muffed by both
title
teams,
was
then
was
travels beyond the
incorrect.
neutral
Thank you
zone
very
where it
much
is
for
recovered by
letting me know that.
A44 at the B10. It blocked behind the neutral zone where it's muffed. So it's muffed. It lands behind the neutral zone and it's muffed forward and is
I-
recovered at the B10. And so there was only 5 yards to gain.
The muff didn't change its status. It was still a kick. And now it's a kick that's crossed the neutral zone. So when A recovered it, you know, it's
Their
like a
possession
substitute.
is over.
Yeah.
But it lands behind the neutral zone initially.
It's blocked behind the neutral zone where it's muffed by both teams, and then it travels beyond the neutral zone. So now it's a kick that has gone beyond the neutral zone. So the touching behind the neutral zone is ignored.
What?
It's just like a blocked kick. If team B blocks the kick, or if they tip the kick and it goes across the neutral zone and A recovers it, it's not A's ball.
But if it touches the ground behind the neutral zone,
It's still a kick.
It's still a kick, but
Yeah.
that it's still a kick that has not crossed the neutral zone yet.
but if it doesn't touch anybody and it bounces beyond the neutral zone after it's touched the ground behind the neutral zone.
Now it's a kick that has gone beyond the neutral zone.
What?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I thought it's where it initially hits the ground.
No, it's if it crosses the neutral zone and hits the ground, a player or an official beyond the neutral zone, then the kick has deemed to have crossed the neutral zone, so it doesn't matter anymore at that point.
Even if it lands behind the neutral zone initially.
Correct, because now it is a kick that has crossed the neutral zone,
Wow.
that has gone beyond. Yeah, so it doesn't matter where the only thing that matters is whether it's beyond or behind the neutral zone. And even though it touches behind, it ends up beyond. Just as in a kick that goes beyond the neutral zone, hits the ground and goes back behind the neutral zone, it's still considered a kick that has crossed the neutral zone.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
that's the
but-
only
but
that's
it's
the only
opposite
time
of
it
going back the other way.
no because it doesn't matter because the only thing that matters is whether or not it's beyond the neutral zone. That's the only thing that matters. It doesn't matter.
Okay. As long
Because
as it
once-
has ever crossed the neutral zone.
Once the kick has has deemed to have crossed the neutral zone, it is forever across the neutral zone,
Okay.
no matter where it ends up after that.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
I know it's kind of
It has to
funky,
be
but
where it lands.
it's not where it lands initially. It's just
Okay.
if it crosses the neutral zone at any point in time, it is now a kick that has crossed the neutral zone.
Okay. That's a new one on me. All right, 57, second and goal at the B5. A34 takes a handoff, heads to his right, and lunges towards the pylon. He is airborne as he crosses the sideline at the B3. Before coming to the ground, his left foot kicks over the pylon with the ball at the B1, short of the goal line extended. He then hits the ground with the ball beyond the goal line extended while maintaining control of the ball. I put C, a third and goal at the B1.
Said B.
I said B at the B3 because that's where he crosses.
Mhm.
That's where the ball crosses the sideline.
Ugh.
That's a
This
tough.
is one
That's a tough one, and I'm more used to plays like this just because as a line of scrimmage official, we see a lot more plays like this than deep officials.
Mhm.
So as far as spotting the ball is concerned, I own that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I own my spots. I think to me,
Yeah.
I take a lot of onus on the spots.
Sure. Okay, 58, second and 10 at the B40. A17's pass is intercepted by B33, who advances the ball to the A40, where he is hit and fumbles. The loose ball is recovered by A44 at the A45. I put B, A first and 10 at the A45, 40-second play clock, running clock.
Yes.
Mhm.
59, free kick following a safety at the A20. Kicker A5 is standing on the A17 right hash mark, preparing to execute a punt. After the ready for play, A5 sprints to his left and punts the ball from the A18 left hash mark. The kick is caught by B33 at the B40 following his fair catch signal. I put C, B first and 10 at the B45.
I have D.
I had D as well.
This is the same thing as like picking up the tee and moving the tee after the ball is ready for play during a kickoff.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. Once the kicker establishes his kicking position, he can't. Like this guy can't do you can't do like a soccer style running kick from the left hash to the right hash. So it's kind of like once you establish your kicking position, that's your kicking position
Yeah.
on a free kick.
Right.
So it's considered like an illegal formation.
Yeah, but I guess effectively
So-
this is gonna happen like in real time. He's gonna run to the side and kick the ball, and you're just gonna have to kill it.
It's a
while
live ball. It's a
basically the
live ball
ball's in the air.
foul. This is actually a live ball foul because the receiving team can have the ability to decline the penalty if they were to return it for a touchdown.
Well, but you guys are both saying a free kick dead ball foul.
Oh, I thought it was oh, maybe it is a dead ball. Okay, then maybe we do have to kill it then right away. If he starts doing that, we have to basically kill it right away as soon as he kicks it.
Well, that's
I looked it up. It's
I-
kind of like rang a bell. This was considered an illegal kick.
Okay, there you go.
That's why it's a dead ball.
That's why it's dead ball then.
oh boy, that's.
I thought it was a legal
you're
formation.
right.
That's why I was ruling live ball. There you go. Illegal kick is automatic dead ball.
Yeah, we'll just have to blow it while the ball's in the air, essentially, huh?
Yeah, as soon as he kicks it, it's considered an illegal kick. So you're just we are all on our whistles as much as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Thankfully, in this situation, he fair caught it, so there was no return.
Yeah. Okay, try at the B3. A5's place kick is touched by B21. The kick proceeds forward and hits snapper A55 in the right shoulder, propelling it up and over the crossbar and between the uprights. Just a 1 point for Team A.
I said no good because A touched it.
No good because it's touched by A. If it's touched by B, then it's good. But since A cannot assist it over the... And even
though it wasn't a volitional.
Yeah, and even though it wasn't like a lineman trying to catch a forward pass or anything like that, since it's touched by A, it's no good. Unfortunately. Although that'd be pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'd see it in the MIAC if anywhere.
All right, looks like I am up. All right, 61. Free kick. Excuse me. Free kick at the A35. A5's kick is muffed by B33 at the B5. The ball rolls into the end zone where B33 chases it down and bats it across the end line. I said B, free kick at the A45. Essentially, this would be illegal batting.
Yes.
The only place you can put it is the previous spot.
Correct.
All right. 3rd and 7 at the B37. Second quarter, under 2 minutes. Team A is behind by 4 points. No timeouts for either team. A34 gains, I get past the staple here, gains 5 yards. At the snap, B99 was lined up in the neutral zone. I said C. 3rd and 2 at the B32, ready your snap, Team A's choice.
That is what I said.
Okay. Gene, you good?
Yes, sir.
All
I
right.
agree.
Okay, free kick at the A35. A5 attempts an onside kick. The ball hits at the A37 and travels to the A42 where B55 recovers it and falls on the ground. A5 was blocked aggressively by B22
Ooh.
at the A38 prior to the recovery. And I said D, free kick at the 50.
Yes, sir. What's up, Gene?
He was blocked aggressively, huh?
Ooh.
I had A. A5 attempts an onside kick. The ball hits at the A37, travels to the A42, where B55 recovers it and falls to the ground. A5 attempts an onside kick. The ball hits at the A37. So the ball's at the A37, travels to the 42. It's still not 10 yards, where B55 recovers it. No problem. Okay, A5 was blocked aggressively by B22. A was blocked aggressively by B22. That's legal.
Who's A5?
A5 is the kicker.
Oh God.
Gene, they got you. Gene, they got you. Oh, they snuck one in on you.
Okay.
Hey, Gene, to be fair, I
That's a
answered
tough
that
one.
first and went back to it.
Okay.
I actually read that 2 or 3 times because I'm like, wait, why are they emphasizing blocked aggressively? And then when I went back, I was like, oh, A5's the kicker. I was like, you silly people, silly test makers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little
Alright, so-
details.
So we're good there, right?
Yeah, I get it.
Cool. All right. 2nd and 5 at the B20. First possession series in extra periods. A17's pass is intercepted by B44. During the return, A88 trips B44 at the B40 and B99 taunts A22. I said C, 1st and 10 at the 40, because I think the tripping, though it's a personal foul, I think that gets declined by rule.
That's what I have. See.
Yeah, I have C. I have C.
Okay. All right. So, but I am correct. We're declining, even though tripping is technically a personal foul. It's still it's not flagrant personal foul. Never mind. I don't know why I questioned Mark.
No, it's not.
Yeah, because it's a fuddle, not fuddle. Flagrant personal foul or UNS will carry over.
But then why is it at the 40? Then why are we at the 40-yard line for their possession?
Oh yeah.
Because the
Yeah, because
UNS.
we still enforce the UNS.
Yeah.
Oh, the taunting. Never mind. Yep.
Yeah.
Never mind. Yep.
They're just not offset.
Yes. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, the taunting does get carried over. The tripping does not.
Okay, cool. Everybody good then? I know.
Yes.
Sorry
No. We're good. We're all good. We all got the same answer. It's just I think you were confusing us, Anthony.
I'm good at that. 4th and 5 at the B40. A5's punt hits at the B3, bounces over the goal line 1 yard into the end zone, when A87, with both feet in the field of play, reaches over the goal line and bats the ball back into the field of play, where A22 recovers it at the B4. I said B's ball, 1st and 10 at the B20.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
And all right. 2nd and 2 at the A48, 4th quarter, under 2. Score is tied, no timeouts. A17 scrambles out of the tackle box and runs to the B43, where he tosses the ball forward and out of bounds at the B40. I said A, 10-second runoff. B will take the 10-second runoff and we'll go on the ready.
Yes.
Okay. Free kick at the A35. A5's untouched kick rolls out of bounds at the B15. Which of the following is not an option for Team B? And I said C is in Charlie.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. See, 3rd and 7 at the B12. First possession series of the 2nd extra period. A5's field goal attempt is blocked, but does not cross the neutral zone. Is recovered by A33 at the B15 and then advanced to the B4. I said B, 1st and goal to B4.
That's what I said as well.
Okay. Everybody good?
Yep.
2nd and 5 at the A12. A17's grounded backward pass from behind the neutral zone is batted forward by B33 at the A5 and goes into the end zone and across the end line. What is the best option available to Team A? I said C, 1st and 10 at the A22. Essentially take the foul.
Yes.
Okay, and then 70, 3rd and 7 at the B37. During the live ball action, B55's helmet comes off, not the result of a foul, and B66 is injured by taking a team timeout. Team B has the option of C, keep B55 in the game, but B66 must sit out for 1 play.
Yes. Timeout buys back a helmet, but not an injury.
Yep. Okay.
All right. Question number 71. Free kick at the A35. A33 races down the sideline to cover the kick. Just after B22 receives the ball and starts his return, A33 steps on the sideline. He then turns toward the middle of the field and is one of several players that tackle B22 at the B23. I have A, B, 1st and 10 at the B23.
Yep.
Number 72, 1st and 10 at the B25. First possession series in the first extra period. B33 intercepts Team A's pass and returns it to the A30 where he is tackled by the face mask. At the snap, B99 was lined up in the neutral zone, and Team A had 5 players in the backfield. I have C, A, 1st and 10 at the A25.
Yep. Unclean hands.
Yes. Yes. Well, they offset.
Yeah. But if it was
Yeah.
clean, they didn't have to offset it. Or it would be
Well, yeah, because Team A had 5 in the backfield, and B99 was lined up in the neutral zone, so they're basically going to end up offsetting.
Yep.
73, 2 and 8 at the B18. B44 intercepts Team A's pass at the B4, and his momentum carries him into the end zone. He attempts to run the ball back into the field of play, but is hit and fumbles while still in the end zone. The loose ball rolls into the field of play and is recovered by a grounded B55 at the B2. While the ball was loose following the fumble, B22 committed a blocking below the waist foul at the B6. Safety, 2 points for Team A. Letter C.
Yep.
That's what I came up with.
74. 3rd and 4 at the B44. Team B sends in substitute B55 to replace B52 with less than 10 seconds on the play clock. B52 races towards his team's players area and is one stride away from the sideline when Team A snaps the ball. Oh, so close. A34 gains 2 yards on the play. B, A, 1st and 10 at the B39. Live ball foul.
Yep.
Correct.
So close.
So
2nd and 5 at the B35. Second quarter, 11 seconds remaining. Running back A30 is tackled inbounds at the B31 with 7 seconds left. Team A quickly lines up over the ball with all players set and the formation legal. The ball is snapped with 2 seconds, and quarterback A1 immediately throws the ball at his feet 1 second. B, A, 4th and 1 at the B31 with 1 second.
Yep.
76, which is not a requirement for a legal snap. I have B, the ball must be controlled by the snapper from the time the ball starts backwards to when it is clearly off the ground.
That's
Agree.
what I came up with.
77, 4th and 16 at the A4. Punter A99 lines up just inside the end line prior to the snap. The snap is high. As A99 adjusts his feet to catch the snap, he steps on the end line with his right foot before reestablishing the right foot in the end zone. A99 leaps from a position with both feet in the end zone, controls the snap, and lands with both feet in the end zone. A99 gets off a quick kick that rolls out of bounds at the A40. I have E as an elephant. Both B and C are options for Team B. B and C are B, 1st and 10 at the 35, or C, A, 4th and 18 at the A2.
That's what I came up with, but I totally guessed. And-
Well, it's either going to be from the previous spot or tack on from the subsequent dead ball.
So, are we considering that a Team A player going out of bounds?
I believe it's illegal formation. I believe is what the call is. I believe because I think it's only a 5-yard penalty, not a 15-yard penalty, because there is no such thing as illegal participation anymore.
Yeah.
So I want to say this is equivalent to like illegal formation.
Okay. Because I was wondering if they were getting at the kicking team player going out of bounds on his own and then coming back in. I don't
Yeah.
know if that's what they were after or not.
Even if they were, it still happened prior to the kick. So
Okay.
if that makes sense.
Yep. Clears everything up. Thank you.
All right, 78. What is the standard for offensive tackle A77 to be considered on the line of scrimmage? I answered A. A77's head breaks the plane of the line drawn through the waistline of the snapper.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I better get that. I better get that one right.
Like that. Yeah.
Well, I better get that one right. All right, 79. 4th and 9 at the A41. Team A lines up with a player 11 yards behind the snapper. All 11 players are set with the following linemen in the Team A formation from left to right: 44, 33, 56, 19, 60, 42, 28. Snapper A19 has not touched the ball and has his hands on his thigh pads. A44 then shifts into the backfield, and personal protector A22 moves onto the line of scrimmage to the right of A28. A19 then places his hands on the ball and snaps to the kicker, A99. The kick goes out of bounds at the B18. This is a legal play. Numbering exceptions are not established until the snapper places his hands on the ball or locates his hands below the knees.
Agreed.
And 80. 4th and 4 at the A46. Team A is lined up in scrimmage kick formation with 3 linemen to the left and right of the snapper A30. Which scenario is legal? I answered B. B55 initially lines up over the right guard and 3 yards off his line of scrimmage. Prior to the snap, B55 starts to move forward and is within 1 yard of the line of scrimmage inside the frame of the body of A30 at the snap.
Agree.
Yep. Talk about a wordy answer.
I know, that's the whole thing was crazy. All right, Anth.
Yeah.
81. Or
that's
Gene, yeah,
back
Gene.
Yeah,
Yep.
back to me.
My bad.
Well, looking at 81, Anthony, you want to go? No, okay.
We
at
can
the
trade
B-
if you want.
That's all right. Try at the B3. Team A lines up in a swinging gate formation with 6 linemen centered on the left inbounds mark. 2 backs, A32 and A44. Behind these linemen, a snapper, number 80 on the line of scrimmage in the center of the field. Holder A10, 7 yards behind the snapper, and kicker A13 lined up behind the holder. Team A does not have 5 players numbered 50 through 79 on the line of scrimmage. Seeing that Team B is not adequately covering this formation, Team A snaps the ball to A13, who then throws a forward pass to A32. A32 follows the blockers in front of him and scores a touchdown. I have F. Both B and D are true.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Very well.
You seem shocked.
Well, I was just trying to look back at what the actual B and D were, and I'll move on though. All right. 82. Which statement about Team B signaling is false? I have Bravo. A Team B player can yell move several times at the line of scrimmage without teammate movement prior to the snap to create a false start by Team A.
That's what I came up with.
Yep.
Don't hesitate like that.
Sorry.
Jeez.
We're scaring you, giving you a little PTSD.
Okay. 83. 3rd and 2 at the A48. Linebacker B55 verbally signals move, and 3 Team B down linemen move laterally in a quick coordinated fashion. B99, one of the down linemen, moves forward towards the neutral zone during his quick lateral movement. I put Bravo. B99 has simulated action at the snap. Dead ball foul.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
Was that faster for you?
Yeah, good. Perfect. 84, 4th and 1 at the B41. 2 Team B linemen, B91 and B98, move in a quick coordinated fashion upon hearing teammate B44's verbal signal of move. B4, also a down lineman, has a quick coordinated twitch of his left arm when B91 and B98 shift. B4 does not shift laterally during his actions. I have C. B4 has simulated action at the snap. Dead ball foul.
Yes.
All right. 85. 3rd and 4 at the B34. Team A is using a clap cadence. Team A lines up with all 11 players set and A88 as the left tight end and A34 as a wingback outside A88. Quarterback A12 gives a couple hard count claps and then reads the defense. On A12's third hard count clap, A88 and A34 shift quickly to the other side of the formation. I put A, Team A has simulated action at the snap by using a quick shift and the coordination with their cadence signal.
Yep.
Yep.
False start. All right, 86, 1st and 10 at the B30. Team A is trying to line up in formation after a long gain. A81 is trying to split wide and get on the line of scrimmage. Before A81 gets set at the same time as his 10 teammates, the ball is snapped. A81 was never in a set position. Quarterback A11 is tackled for a loss at the B35. Said D. B. Both or D. Both A and B are options for Team B.
I came up with false start.
I just had false start.
False start. Okay. What's A and B? Illegal shift. So it's an illegal shift that converts to a false start?
Correct, but it's not.
Yep.
But technically, the foul is not illegal shift. The foul is just false start. It's just an illegal shift that converts to a false start. It's the same thing as like if you have a defensive holding that converts to a DPI,
Yeah.
you're not going to have the defensive holding.
All right. 87, 2nd and 9 at the A31. A10 carries the ball into the side zone, trying to cut up field. B55 grabs A10 inside the shoulder pads from behind at the A36. A10 continues to advance forward, and B55 abruptly pulls A32 down to the ground by the shoulder pads at the A38. I have A 1st and 10 at the B47.
Yes, sir.
You good, Anthony?
Yep.
All righty.
I was looking at the wrong number there for a minute.
I
No
appreciate the
worries.
lurk, Mr. Potato. Thank you for
All right,
hanging out, man.
88. Let's see here. Second and 6 at the B46. A25 runs the ball to the B41 and is contacted by B50. A25 is pushing forward against multiple opponents and still gaining yards, while B2 is trying to bring A25 to the ground. A66 runs up and forcibly slams into B2 from behind at the B40. A25 is finally brought to the ground at the B32. I have Alpha A 2nd and 15 at the A45.
Yep.
Me too.
All right. 89, 39 at the A21. A33 takes the handoff and is running in the side zone. At the A24, B91 initially contacts the side of A33's helmet with an open hand and drags his open hand across the front of A33's face mask, causing A33's head to turn. B91's hand never grasps the face mask or a helmet opening. A33 is tackled at the A26. I have Alpha A 4th and 4 at the A26.
Yes.
Yep.
No foul. Okay, 90. Which action does not create a foul for clipping? I've got D, both A and C.
I had just C.
I had C because it says which action does not create a foul for clipping. The fact that C, the action is from the side, you're not going to have clipping. You're just going to have a legal block below the waist.
Mm-hmm.
A is probably the only one that actually is clipping.
Yeah.
A and B are actual clipping fouls. C is not a clipping foul. Does that make sense?
I thought, yeah, but if you, the way it reads, the clipping has to be at the knee or below. If it's at the waist or the waist is okay, I thought.
Anth, you got your rule book?
Yeah, I'm looking looking up
pulled up.
the definition of clipping. So well, we'll go look at it first.
Gene, you might be right on this one. Now that I'm thinking about it, you might be right. I think I might be changing my answer to D here. But
All right, let me go back. Gotta scroll all the way up to the definitions. Because I think that's where I kind of remember finding this.
Clipping is a block against an opponent in which the force of the initial contact is from behind and at or below the waist. Clipping is a block if it's at or below the waist. Initial contact. Okay. So which action does not create a foul for clipping?
Yeah.
So clipping is, so it wouldn't be A then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
This is one of those ones where they reverse it on you.
Yeah, it's
So
just the
that's-
word.
yeah, it just sounds funky.
It's the double negative of a
Yeah,
negative.
yeah, exactly. Like, which is not a foul. It's like, oh, come on, they're all fouls.
Yeah.
This is just, they're just being overly technical by saying which one is not a clipping foul, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, because A and B is clipping.
So C. All right, go ahead, Anth. Bring us home, bud.
All right, gonna bring us home. Which action during a field goal attempt is a foul? I said D, all of them.
As did I.
Yay.
Woohoo! Punter, okay, 4th and 4, the A46 punter A99 receives the snap directly behind the snapper and moves 7 yards laterally to his right and performs a rugby-style kick. B30 makes forcible contact into A99's body clearly after the kick and before A99 moves downfield to participate in the play. I said C for unnecessary roughness, but I questioned myself on it too.
That's what I answered.
I mean, I went back and forth only because he did do that rugby style.
Yeah, he's out of the tackle box, so you're not going to have roughing the kicker.
Mm-hmm.
But you still can have a UNR late hit. Technically, UNR.
Yeah, be a tough sell, but
It'll be easier than you think. You're the white hat. It'll be easier than you think. It just won't, like, just look at it as roughing the kicker, but since the kicker is outside the tackle box, it's no longer roughing the kicker. It's just unnecessary roughness.
mm-hmm.
So it's the same thing. It's just they're changing the definition. They're no longer letting him be a kicker outside of the tackle box.
Yeah.
So that means that he can still be tackled outside after he makes like a kick.
Mm-hmm.
Like if he goes to make a kick and be tackled, he can still be tackled. It's just depending on how he gets blown up would determine whether or not it's UNR. And this one says forcible contact into the body.
This one I have a feeling when you see it, you'd probably know it.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna stick out at you.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
All right.
93.
Yep. Free kick at the A35. The kick hits the ground at the B18, and the receiving team chooses to allow the kick to roll into the end zone for a touchback. While the kick is still rolling in the field of play, B18 grabs A5 at the B12 and forcibly drives him into the ground. I said C.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's nothing else you can do with it. 1st and 10 at the B40 after the snap. Left tackle A72 pulls behind the line of scrimmage and approaches defensive back B88 at the B41. Seeing that he is about to be blocked by A72, B8 crouches and creates initial contact against A72's thigh. And I said B. This is a block below the waist because The DB is not within a yard.
Correct.
That's what I came up with.
Well, plus I have it that everything's outside the box.
Okay.
The block is outside the tackle box because this is a pulling guard who's leading the way.
Okay.
So I have him outside the tackle box. So I have the block being outside the tackle box.
Okay. I didn't even think of that. Okay. During a field goal attempt where the snapper is an interior lineman, B33 is lined up in the gap between the snapper and the left guard. After the snap, B33 charges into the gap. The left guard is pushed inside by B90, causing B33 to create contact with the snapper before 1 second. I said no foul.
Yeah, he's not charging directly into the snapper, so I said no foul as well.
Okay. Gene, you good?
Yeah.
All right. During a running play, A66's helmet loosens through legal play, is pushed up, and is covering only half of A66's face. A66 pushes his helmet all the way back down on his head and continues downfield to make a block for the runner. I said no foul.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It says it's going to come all the way off.
it's got to come completely off.
All right, cool. All right, 2nd and 8 at the A22. A16 completes a pass to A88, who advances to the B45 and runs out of bounds. A79 verbally taunted B55 during the pass at the A24. And I said C, 2nd and 19 at the A11.
Yes.
Agreed.
All right. 2nd and 8 at the A22. A16 completes a pass to A88, who advances to the B45 and runs out of bounds. A21, a substitute on the sideline, verbally taunted B55 during the pass at the A24. I said A.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sure I got the. Yep. Okay. 1st and 10 at the 50. A80 is lined up wide into the left.
Last two, guys. Last two, and then we'll be closing it up here soon. Thank you so much for being here, guys.
To the right for an 8-yard gain. During the down, A80 runs a 5-yard out pattern. After the ball becomes dead, A80 runs to a spot inside the inbounds lines at the A30. After the ball is made ready for play, A80 moves to a spot in front of. After the ready for play, A80 moves to a spot in front of his team's bench, still at the A30 and inbounds. The remaining Team A players quickly move into formation without any substitution. All 11 players are set, including A80, and the ball is snapped. A12 throws a pass to wide open A80, who runs to the B5. It was so wordy, I just said B, unsportsmanlike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too much explaining.
Yeah.
It just felt like that's what they wanted, huh?
Yeah.
If you have to do that much explaining, it's probably not legal.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Did everybody else come up with B or?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Last one. During a long game, the line judge makes contact with the Team B defensive coordinator who is standing beyond the coaching line, i.e. in the white. I said B.
Yes.
Just
B?
goes to the bench.
Oh, I have C.
Or no. C. I have C as well. I'm sorry. I looked at the Team B in the answer. I have C.
C. Okay.
Yeah.
I think if we can identify the person.
Yeah, you can put it on an actual person.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. If we can identify them, we pin it to them. Okay. I forgot.
All right, so I think there's only a couple that we disputed, and
Yeah.
I think we resolved them relatively quickly.
Yeah. Just little stuff.
Yeah. So guys, it should be another great season.
Yeah.
Guys, the NFL season starts on the 31st.
Yeah.
We're 3 weeks away from the NFL season starting.
Wow.
I know.
Yeah.
Hall of Fame game is on Thursday the 31st. And that kicks off everything.
Yeah, I can't believe the summer's almost over.
So yeah, I have my clinic at the end of the month here.
Oh wow.
So
Ours is August 9th.
ours is July 25th. It's the weekend before the Hall of Fame game.
Where are you guys having it?
We are having ours in a South Carolina.
Oh, okay.
At South Carolina State, we're having ours.
Yeah. It'll be nice and warm for you.
Yeah, it'll be. Yeah, but we're not doing anything crazy. It's all classroom stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's nothing crazy. I'm flying into Charlotte Friday morning, early Friday morning, and then driving down there. And
How
then
far of a drive is it from Charlotte?
about hour 45.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, no, it's not that bad. About hour 45.
Yeah, that's not too terrible.
No, it's not too bad at all. So,
Did you get dates yet?
I have 2 dates with the COC.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't have any MEAC dates as of yet. I'm looking right now to see if I received any. He usually doesn't send out any MEAC dates until after our clinic. So he usually reserves all that till after the clinic, because our test, we have a 25 question test at our clinic, and if you do not pass the test, you do not work.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No
And
pressure.
you have to pass the test within 80. So you have to get
No pressure.
so you have to get 20 out of 25. It's not that bad. It's usually not that bad.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so right now I have August 30th COC game, and then I have November 6th a COC game. Still no time, still no site, and still it doesn't have a game number yet. So, and still no crew. So I have no idea. So all I know is I have games on those days. So
I guess I don't feel bad. I mean, we didn't get our schedule till July 1st. And usually we have it, early mid-June.
oh, okay.
I guess I don't feel so bad now.
No. All right, guys. Well, thank you for participating with me and letting me do live stream this. So now if you have anybody that wants to check out the quiz or check it out, you can always send them. Anthony, you can check out my YouTube channel, and you can share the link from my YouTube channel to whoever you would like to share it with, if anybody is interested. Obviously, it goes over the answers. So obviously, if people don't want to actually do the test and just want to watch a 2-hour video and do it that way, they can do it that way. But I mean, people have done that over the past few years anyways, so now at least they have a video to watch to do it. So
yeah.
But
Yep.
all right, guys, I appreciate you guys being here.
Yeah. Thanks, John. Appreciate it as
Yeah.
always.
Absolutely.
Yep. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
And I'll talk to you guys later.
Yep. We'll see everybody later.
Bye.
All right. Take care. Good luck.
Good
Yes,
luck.
sir. All right, guys. So there you have it. So we've had a successful college football officials test for the night. So I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody who's been here, who's been kind of hanging out. I know this is not normally the stream I do, but it's something different, and it's something I'm looking to get into and start trying to do, not on a regular basis, but definitely on a spread out basis, just to try and maybe talk some football and get some football stuff going on. So hopefully next year we can get more people watching. Hopefully next year I'll send out the link to more people, so if they want to hop in and join, they'll be able to, especially my football counterparts. So that way we'll just do that. And with that being said, I have to go do my walk. I have not done my walk yet today, guys. So I'm doing a challenge. I'm doing a July challenge of where you have to walk 2 miles every day for the month of July. So far I've been doing really well with it. And it's only 9 o'clock here, so I'm going to sign off and I'm going to go do my walk. Not sure who's all in here, who's still here. Say hi if you're still here. If not, it's not the end of the world. But I appreciate everybody who is still here. You guys are absolutely amazing. And I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all. So, I guess with that being said, we're just going to go ahead and sign off. Oh, there's Footprints. Hi. I see you. Look at you. Popping in to say hi. So, yeah. So, I'm going to go ahead and sign off, guys. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys. I know, like I said, I know it's different. But yeah, anyway. Hey, it's football. I love football. It's part of my name, the Sporting Sith. So, as a college football official, these nights like these are very significant to us. And the fact that I'm able to share it with you guys is pretty awesome. Not gonna lie, it's pretty awesome that I was able to do that. So, as always, have a great night, have a better tomorrow, and may the sports be with you. Later. Love ya.